Yes, my people, it's your boy Melvin Minter, and we are here with a new video. Today's video is, what is the most three important things of being a goalkeeper? And we're not talking about this in goalkeeping terms, we're talking about things a bit more generically. Put it down in the comments below now and tell me what you think, guys. My answer personally, and it's something that I've seen a lot from the older generation of goalkeepers and also some of the best goalkeepers that we have seen in our time, etc. is one is decision making, number two is concentration, and number three is reading of the game / football IQ. So if I break that down into context, back to number one, decision making. Us as goalkeepers, we can't go and affect games. We kind of have to wait for the game to come to us, and then that's how we are impacted in the game. So just for context, say for an example, we receive a back pass and a striker's pressing us on our right side. We know as a goalkeeper, we have to make a quick decision before that back pass comes in, because we need to scan and see where the next pass is going, a bit like a centre mid would do in midfield before they receive that next pass. If I'm Declan Rice in midfield, I'm going to check my shoulder. If the pass is coming from there, I'm going to check my shoulder and see that my other centre mid is free, and I know that if that pass is coming from there and I've got a player coming from behind me, I can take the touch and play. Back into goalkeeper in terms of decision making, we need to make sure that if we receive a back pass from our own teammate and a striker's pressing us down, if I scan my shoulder, I know that I can see the opposition striker about to press me. I can take my touch and play out to my teammates. And that is decision making in a nutshell. Decision making could be playing out from the back under duress. Decision making could be, do I decide to make a parry save or a catch? Decision making might be, do I decide to shout away or do I decide to shout keepers? So you always have half a second to make quick decisions under pressure. So we always need to be in control of our mental state, and we always have to make quick decisions under duress. My second point, concentration. We know as a goalkeeper, we might have nothing to do for 80% of the game. Our 20% might be our involvement, and that might be us in the last minute coming to take a cross from a corner. In the last minute, we might have to make a 1v1 save because the striker's bearing us down on goal and he's gone past our defence, and we have to stay big and make the save. In the last minute, the ball might go over the top of our defenders and we might have to come and sweep up, a bit like an Alisson Becker or an Edison. So there's so much different assets to us being a goalkeeper, and this decision making was the first point I made, but the second point is concentration. What's in between your ears is very, very important as a goalkeeper. How do you stay locked in? How do you stay concentrated? Everybody has their own sort of dynamics, how they reset. For me personally, I don't really get engaged with opposition players or opposition supporters, etc. I just make sure I'm locked in on the game 24/7 throughout, and that helps with my concentration. I deep breathe all the time, and that keeps me locked in the present moment. And that's maybe a technique you might take on, but that is my style. Let me know what your style is in the comments below. So I've covered decision making, I've covered concentration. Now the last thing is football IQ, reading of the game. How much do you watch football? How much do you understand your position as a goalkeeper? How much do you understand your role? What is required of you from your teammates and from your manager? Does your team want you to play out from the back? Does your team want you to go long? Does your manager want you to come and take every cross? Does your manager want you to communicate to your defenders? Every goalkeeper has different playing styles, but ultimately, how we read the game is very, very important. Our IQ in terms of dealing with free balls, knowing when to go for a save with two hands, or whether to make a parry around the post, knowing when to play out from the back, or whether having to go long because you're being pressed by multiple players. All of these things obviously ties into decision making as well. At the same time, us as goalkeepers, we have to read the game as well. We can see the game in front of us, so we have to communicate. We have to be able to anticipate. We have to be able to do things very, very successfully, because we know that anything that's unsuccessful we will make a mistake and it results into goals. So we have the most, in my opinion, the most high pressurized position on the pitch, and we have probably the biggest responsibility. We have to be courageous and brave, but don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of the game, and it's a part of life. It's how do you bounce back? It's how do I not make that same mistake twice? So guys, tell me in the comments below, what do you think? I think personally, and there's a clip that I saw a long time ago from Peter Schmeichel. If you don't know who Peter Schmeichel is, one of the best goalkeepers in Man United's history. He was on Sky Sports. I remember watching the clip. We're going to try and insert this into the video.
I think the understanding, the concentration, and the football or goalkeeping intelligence, really, they are the most important things.
But long story short, he explained that those were the three important things that he thought was for a goalkeeper generally. And I believe that is the same case, because I have been a goalkeeper my whole life, and I've watched some of the best goalkeepers in the world, and all the best goalkeepers in the world have these three elements consistently. So put it down in the comments below, guys. Tell me what you think. It's been your boy Melvin Minter. If you like this episode, please hit the notification bell. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share button. We're trying to give you guys a platform for the goalkeeping community. We're here to help, support, mentor, coach, and guide the next generation of goalkeepers coming through. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you soon.